Welcome to our gated community home tour. Today we are going to be taking you through a journey through all of the gated communities within West Sedona and Uptown. We are going to be showing you single family homes, condos, and patio homes. So if you're looking to relocate to the Sedona area and you are not sure about a patio home, condo, or a single family home and you are thinking about moving into a gated community, this video is going to be for you. I'm Shannon Volk and this is Paul Galloway. Stay tuned.
I'm Paul Galloway. We're here in Aerie, beautiful subdivision, different angle. There's this little lake here that is really cute, little, I don't know, pond, I guess. But these are really high-end lots and high-end homes, beautiful out here. The vistas are gorgeous. If you want to be outside of town, if you're the type that likes to be away from the city, 15-minute drive maybe, this is a great area.
What's beautiful about this pond is that there is a nice walking path all the way around it, and the landscape is just gorgeous.
Full, this is a really beautiful project. They're 2 acre lots, 76 of them, big project. Used to be the old Christmas tree farm many years ago. I almost bought it at one time. And they basically did a great job developing, the pros, beautiful big lots, really high-end architects, Valdez, Brandt, Charlie Van Block. They're really high-end, gorgeous homes. I mean, I will give them that. It's right by Enchantment, so about 5 minutes away is Enchantment Resort. Pretty sure that they have like a social type membership where you can work out and use their spa, Miamo Spa, and use their weights and stuff there and go eat, and it's open to the public. Nice, really nice resort. Used to be the sister resort to the Sanctuary in Scottsdale. But anyway, it's gorgeous. It's a little bit out of town, a 15-minute drive. If you like being on the outskirts of town, this is it. It's very quiet, big lots. I mean, great hiking and mountain biking out here, by the way. Amazing. Like the mountain bike trails out here are great. They're kind of mellow and not so steep and crazy, and which is nice. But anyway, anything else?
HOA is about $865 a quarter, and if you purchase in here, there is a 1% transfer fee. Lots start at about 500, but they go all the way up to well over $1 million, depending on the lot. And homes are, as Paul mentioned, have some of the finest architects and general construction crews working on them. So they start at about $2.5 million and go well past $6 million, just because of the level of creativity and beautiful designs that they have in here and high-end finishes. One other thing to note, many of the views out here are just really spectacular. What we have behind me is another set of eyes looking at Thunder Mountain. You also get views of Coxcomb and Boynton Canyon. So we're going to go through and drive through the community. So hope you enjoy. So here we are, we're pulling in through the beautiful gates at the RE. And when you purchase and build in the RE, there is an architectural design committee that really what they're trying to do is adhere to just a beautiful, timeless collection of homes that really just blend into the incredible landscape and the beautiful natural surroundings. And I think that, as we're driving through this, you're really going to see that. Only about 8 homes have been built in this development. All of the other lots are privately owned. This house right now is in the middle of construction, and there are some homes that are currently being built. The RE does allow renting from time to time, as long as the lease is written and documented and provided to the HOA, and it can be no shorter than 1 year in length. All of the properties here are on a shared well that is owned and operated by the Aerie Conservancy. Each property has its own propane, which is installed underground, and each owner is responsible for installing their own septic system. Cell service can be a little spotty out here. All the homes at the RE must be a minimum of 3,500 gross square feet and a maximum of the lesser of 10,000 gross square feet, or 10% of the overall square footage of the home site. So for clarification, a home site that has 87,120 square feet may have a 8,712,000 gross square foot home. So the gross square footage includes all built spaces like the livable area, garage, guest home, and any outbuildings. It does not include porches or decks unless the porches are enclosed with windows or screens. Currently, the pre-existing homes here are anywhere from about 4,000 to well over 6,000 square feet. Some of the homes have even put their own gate at their driveway for that much more privacy and seclusion. Let us know in the comments what you think about the RE so far. The RE also has really amazing views of the backside of Doe Mountain. There are currently a few lots that are on the market as well as a house. If you have questions, would like to learn about any of them, reach out to us. We'd be happy to meet with you and talk to you about any of the homes or the lots. Okay, so we are out in Seven Canyons right now, and Seven Canyons is a 24/7 guard-gated community, and right behind us is the clubhouse. It has a pool, fitness center, and a private dining area. Over there, as you can see, those are called fractionals, and those are timeshare villas, which is right behind the golf course. And then on that strip over there, those are full ownership condos, and those condos typically range from about $1.5 million to about $2.5 million. And the timeshare villas, the fractionals, those are about a little over $225,000. And then what Paul is pointing at right now, this is also full ownership homes that range in size from about 3,700 square feet to about 4,500 square feet. And they are beautiful floor plans inside and out. All have views of the golf course. There are some additional lots available behind us. And then way back, way back behind the townhomes is a guard-gated community, and those are all private multi-million-dollar estates. The retreat has 4 floor plans ranging from 3,500 to 4,400 square feet, all with beautiful views from the upper and lower deck. Behind the gates in Solitude, there are 18 private lots and estates. Yeah, this house is going to be killer. And we've got the money views. The estates in Solitude range from contemporary to Tuscan. And some of these homes are just absolutely stunning. They all have beautiful views of the Red Rocks, and most sit on the golf course. As we're passing by right here, these are some of the private lots that are owned and construction has yet to begin. All of the fairways that you're seeing were designed by golf legend Tom Weiskopf.
So Shannon talked about Seven Canyons down there. This is a kind of another subdivision behind Seven Canyons that is not gated. You have to go through the Seven Canyons gates to get here. There's not any other gates, but these are non-HOA. You can actually short-term rent these homes, and they're non-HOA. You have to pay the exorbitant fees, the HOA fees of Seven Canyons. And you can still join Seven Canyons though. There's a social membership and a golf membership. But these are really nice homes starting at about $1.5 million up, and the lots I think you can probably get for 300 or 400 grand. Beautiful area out here, a little outside of town for me personally, but if you like being by the golf course and being 15 minutes outside of town, it's nice.
As we're turning here, this is the Enclave Townhomes, which are just steps away from some of the most breathtaking fairway views overlooking holes 6, 7, and 8. They really do offer exceptional privacy and exclusivity, which just create a welcome sanctuary. There are roughly 24 two-story luxury townhomes that blend elegant simplicity with floor-to-ceiling views and an open concept living. These are all 3-bedroom, 3-bath townhomes that are about 37 square feet, and the price range is between $1.4 million to $2 million. And the club membership, you can have access to world-class golf. There's a social membership, and there's also access to Enchantment Resort and Miamo Spa. There is access to a practice park with 25 hitting stations and 4 target greens. There's also a fitness center, as well as pool and cabanas, a golf shop, and also tennis courts. Here we are now in the villas, and they are 3-bedroom, 3-bath homes offering 2,600 square feet. It's interesting with the villas because you can purchase into fractional timeshares that offer you about 28 days a year. These fractionals also offer concierge service. There's an outdoor spa, as well as a park that we're passing by right now, and a pool. Both the villas and the townhomes in the Enclave can be put into Seven Canyons rental program as well, and both do have very high occupancy rates. Let us know what your favorite area of Seven Canyons is in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. So we're standing in North Slopes. It was built in different phases. There's North Slopes 1 and 2 and North Slopes Estates. We've done some driving through both of those areas. Minimum square footage is about 2,750 square feet. Most of the homes were built in the 1990s and 2000s, although there are some lots left and they are up for sale right now. So if you have any kind of questions or are interested in the area, you can please reach out to us. We'd be happy to help you out.
$1,800 a month HOA.
Year.
A year. Sorry, $1,800 a year. Ouch.
I know.
Anyway, no, it's nice. This is a lot closer into town, bro. I like about North Slopes. You're not as far out as Aerie. This is like 5 minutes to town from here, so you're much closer. It's pretty easy to get into town from here. I would say too far to walk, but a short 5-minute drive. Whereas Aerie, you're probably 50 minutes away. So it's really nice out here. A lot of the subdivision faces south, which you don't really, or excuse me, faces west, which you really don't want for the sun. You really want to face Boynton Canyon. Back here you see behind us, that's Boynton Canyon. So the homes in here, the lots that are situated, they give you that view, are really nice. And they back Forest Service as well. Where the lots on this side, some of them are on the wrong side of the hill, so they don't even see that view. They're looking to the west, which is pretty. That's the sun setting over Mingus Mountain. And you'll see the lights of Jerome at night. And it's a beautiful valley. You can see the whole Verde Valley, but it's not your big red rock views that most people want. So Ben Miller and his dad, old friend of mine, he moved to, I think, Seattle, Kirkland. But him and his dad were big developers here. He has one of the most famous pictures of him. There's a cover of Sedona Monthly Magazine of an old barn in Sedona taken like 50 years ago. That was Ben coming out of his barn with his cowboy hat on. It's a great picture. But anyway, his dad, they were like cattle ranchers here. So they were the first in Sedona, and they were a very successful real estate kind of investment family and development family. So they did all of North Slopes. This was their subject. I think they did Foothills South as well. So they were pretty big developers here. They did a lot of lots over the years. And then sadly, his dad passed away a few years ago, and I think he was ready to kind of just try something else. But anyway, great old nostalgic family that did a beautiful development here. I mean, it's gorgeous out here. It is.
All of the units at the estates at North Slopes all kind of had that southwestern style, and they just need to adhere to contemporary or more of that Santa Fe Pueblo aesthetic. The homes within the estates at North Slopes start from about 3,000 square feet and could go all the way up to 10,000 square feet. And that includes all livable areas, plus the garage and a porch or a patio. The estates at North Slopes does contract out the garbage collection. Gas is on Unisource, electricity is APS, and water is on Arizona Water Company. Owners are responsible for installing their own septic system, and it's pretty rare that lots or homes are on the market in the estates at North Slopes. The last lot was sold in 2020, and the last home was sold in 2018. In North Slopes 1 and 2, the HOA is about $1,250 annually. Homes in North Slopes 1 and 2 should be contemporary, Southwestern, or Spanish and Mediterranean design. Homes in North Slopes 1 and 2 should be at least a minimum of 3,500 square feet. Each homeowner is responsible for their own septic system, as well as installing a fire sprinkler system in accordance with Sedona Fire Department. There are a couple lots on the market right now. If you are interested in this area, would like to see one of these lots, please reach out. We'd love to hear from you and help you out. Electricity within North Slopes 1 and 2 is APS. Taylor Waste is the garbage collection. Water source is Arizona Water Company. If you like this content so far, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. So welcome to Foothills North. It's a very premier gated community here with only 25 lots. Lots start at about 2 acres. The design guidelines here are minimum of 3,000 square feet and can go up to 10,000 square feet. If you want to rent here, you do need permission from the HOA. There is absolutely no short-term rentals. We're talking about long-term rentals here. Homes go for anywhere between about $2.5 million to $4 million up.
All these subdivisions are similar. You have, this is the first one when you when you come up Dry Creek Road from Highway 89A from West Sedona. There's Foothills North, this one. Then there's North Slopes. Mm-hmm. Then there's North Slopes Estates, I think is how it goes. So they're all kind of right next to each other, all kind of with this facing south with that Boynton Canyon view. And they're all like 5 minutes out of town. It's a really beautiful area. I mean, this is a nice place to live. Big lots, gated, 5 minutes from town. The other thing too to note, because they are big lots, when we're driving through here, what you're going to notice are a lot of trees and road. And the reason for that is because a lot of people build their homes far away from the road, covered with a lot of the natural forestry to make it more private for themselves. And many of the homes here have some spectacular views, as you can see behind us. This house is for sale. If you're interested, you can please reach out to us. We'd be happy to talk to you about it. Residences in Foothills North may include a guest house, but not including porches, decks, garages, or carports, must have a minimum of 2,500 square feet of livable space, but may be no more than 10,000 square feet of livable space. The HOA dues here are $1,800 annually. Owners are responsible for their own septic system. Water is private, but it's on the Arizona Water Company. Electricity is through APS. Yes, hey, it's Paul driving through the subdivision here. And as I said before, these are big 2-acre lots. No, they're 2-acre lots. And some back Forest Service, and it's sweeping views, kind of a west view, kind of looks out west, but you can also see to the north, Long Canyon, you know, and that way you get some Red Rock views, some of the houses. But anyway, that's kind of what it's like. Yes. Basically, the reason why we're not seeing houses because they're with these big 2 acre lots. They don't have these little 20-foot setbacks like a lot of lots in these subdivisions do. So people are choosing to set their homes back more in the middle, or you know, farther away from the road because they have 2 acres to do it on. So that's why these homes you'll see they sit kind of off the road. You don't see them up close. Whereas, you know, like half-acre lots, you know, the houses are going to be closer together. If you like the content, you're going to have 20-foot setback from the road. You're going to see the front of them all below the video. And you know, if you have any comments or questions, always reach out. Feel free to give us a ring if you have any questions about any of our, whatever they are, movies. I don't know what you want to do about views in there. This is Foothills South. There's Foothills South 1, 2, and 3. It's probably 200 homes. It was, I think originally from like the 1980s, but a lot of the homes that are newer in here have been built since then. It's a high-end subdivision. Homes probably started at $1 million, go to $3 million, but it's in the north part of town. You can see looking north, which is great. The views are incredible. It is gated. There is no short-term rental allowed, so it's a pretty tight HOA. That's about it.
So where is Foothills South in West Sedona? Well, thanks for asking. I just provided a map of West Sedona, and if you look at this map on the far left-hand side below 89A, it's far West Sedona. That is where Foothills South is at. It's really close to the medical center. It's a couple minutes away from Safeways and Bashas', and there are, as you saw in that earlier clip, amazing, amazing views. Now, as Paul had mentioned before, there were several different phases that Foothills South put together, and here's a map of the actual subdivision itself. Most of the properties have about half an acre. There are some individual lots available on the market today for between $200,000 and $350,000. And as Paul mentioned, homes range from about $1 million to over $3 million. It is an upscale luxury neighborhood. The HOA covers the gate as well as the external community. I'm actually going to take that back. The HOA covers the community streets, not the external community. But here we are driving through the neighborhood, and you can just see, again, views are spectacular. Here are some of the different style of homes. It does have a wide variety of, you know, contemporary, very modern to you know, that southwestern Santa Barbara style. And a lot of the trees, it has lush landscaping. It's just beautiful. So again, I just wanted to mention these are on about half-acre lots, so it really gives you a really good understanding of how homes are going to lay out on a half-acre lot if you're looking for a piece of land. And there is quite a bit of privacy still between these homes. We'd love to know what you think about the views and about some of the styles of the homes in Foothills South. Please leave a comment in the comments below. We look forward to connecting with you. Here we are going through the gates of Casa Contenta, one of Sedona's premier luxury gated communities in West Sedona. It's located just north of 89A off of Soldiers Pass. There's about 99 home sites located within this community. The dog park is across the street. It's really easy access to shopping, galleries, hiking trails. The HOA covers all community amenities as well as sanitation collection. The entire grounds are tastefully landscaped. Prices range from about $1 million to $3 million. The design guidelines allow for creativity for each homeowner, yet preserving the quality of the Casa Contenta lifestyle.
This is Casa Contenta subdivision. I love it because of the location. It's behind Whole Foods. They're all high-end homes. It's gated. They did building envelopes versus lots in here. So instead of buying a quarter-acre lot, you just buy the envelope in the middle. That leaves all the common area, you know, people don't fence, and it leaves it open for the animals to meander through. It was a kind of a new zoning technique when I first moved here, and ended up doing subdivisions like that in town that are really beautiful like this.
So we are on the outside of Casa Contenta, right outside the gates. And as you can see right there, that building is Casa Contenta's clubhouse, which also has a pool as well as tennis. Okay, so here we are entering La Springs. It is a gated community. They're not too keen on short-term rentals. When we get through the gates, you're going to see that a lot of homes are contemporary Southwest style. Here we go. One of the things that I like about La Springs, as we pull up here, you'll see that the street signs are actually not big poles. They're big, they were very well thought out. Here we go, right there. And they're very well thought out. They're sitting on the ground and they're stuccoed and they go well with the houses. La Springs is at the base of Airport Mesa, the Coconino Loop. So you are going to see deer, sometimes javelina, and other wildlife running about the neighborhood. And on this day, we just happened to catch deer eating at somebody's house. And we're let them eat. Keep this view in mind as we head over to the other two neighborhoods to be able to compare. Here we are in La Springs. It's an exclusive gated community in Uptown Sedona, and it was developed by a gentleman named Dave Blauert, and it started in the mid-1980s. The last house developed here was in 2019, and as you can see from the scenery, every single house in here kind of has the same stucco topography with a red roof, and they just have amazing views. This is very similar to Casa Contenta, where every house is built with a building pad, and it's really meant to do that so that the natural environment can still succumb to this environment. And it's just absolutely amazing. It's very well manicured. And
my late friend Dave Lauer did the subdivision. Like Shannon said, they're all kind of matching homes. I'm not crazy about that personally. I kind of like it to be different. But here's the clubhouse. There's tennis courts. There are two little duplex. There are little double lot duplex lots. You can either build one house or two little townhouses. Kind of, they're separate homes. They call them townhomes, but they're in an area right here. Some of those, I think one just sold for $650 that needed remodeling 6 months ago. But they typically start, $1 million up to maybe $2 million.
the HOA has quarterly assessments that are due January, April, July, and October. Tierra Del Arte is a very small 6-unit subdivision. It's located south of 89A, hugging right at the base of Airport, and it's behind Whippet Way Street. All the homes are pretty recent builds. I think they started in 2019 and the last house was sold in 2023. At the time of this recording, homes were going for between $1 million and $1.5 million. Also, at the time of this recording, the HOA fees are about $250 a quarter.
Okay, so we're in Park Place, which is just at the top of the hill on 89A across from the medical center. You can see we're up high, but those north-facing views are incredible. We're right next to Foothills South. And but these are basically, this was the first phase that a friend of mine, the guy that did the North Slopes and the developer and his dad, he did these, Ben Miller and the Miller brothers. These are gorgeous big units, like 2,500 square feet, one level with an elevator. And then they had to sell the rest of the project during the crash in 2008 or 10. I actually made an offer on it, didn't get it, but this builder, Miramonte, I think, bought it. And then they're doing these patio homes that are about 1,600 square feet for like 800-900 grand. They have incredible views, all of them amazing views to the north. Negative, right now, a very loud road noise. I don't know if you can hear it in the video, but as long as your doors and windows are shut, the views are incredible. But you couldn't go. You would be annoyed out on your front porch on this side. You would. So great views, but right on the highway, but close into town. So there's some pros and cons, but it's a beautiful project. I mean, I'm not putting it down. Um, I mean, it's incredible. You can see the views are just ridiculous, and of Long Canyon, Boynton Canyon that way.
So there are about 11 lots left at Park Place. They range from about 50,000 to 90,000 for their lot premiums. And here we are just driving through the neighborhoods of some of the finished product. There are 30-day minimum rentals in Park Place. There is a clubhouse with a fitness facility that also has Pilates classes and a spa. So we are in the subdivision of the Pot Cottages, and there are about 35 different townhomes, and they were built by the famous Phil Morris and Don Woods, and at one time they were like the place to be, and they were featured on Sunset Magazine. It is a gated community. The townhomes in here go for approximately between $1 and $1.4 million. They range in size from 1,700 to 3,200 square feet. The HOA does cover landscaping. There's a full-time caretaker for the landscaping. There's a heated pool that's used between May and October. And there's tennis courts as well. The neighborhood also sits right below Coffee Pot, and it's nestled right here in National Forest, and it just borders National Forest. So when you enter the gates at Pot Cottages, it reminds me a lot of Casa Contenta, not necessarily the style of the homes, but the landscaping. Both communities have a full-time caretaker that tends to the landscaping, and it is just perfectly well manicured. Everything is in its place, everything is pruned, and it's just absolutely beautiful. There really is just a great vibe throughout this entire community. At the time of this recording, there are no properties actively on the market, but if it is a place that you would love to find a property in, please reach out as we can keep an eye on things as they come on the market for you. Pot Cottages even has its own private small park that we are about to drive past. The community is gated, and it has one way in, and it also has one way out, which is a different exit than the entry. That's the exit that we're passing by. So as we are nearing one side of the street, we're going to now turn so you can see the other side of the street with those spectacular coffee pot views. So if hiking is your passion, you're going to have Teacup Trail and Skidmark Trail right out your doorstep from here. Pot Cottages, private tennis courts, and pool sit right there at the base of Pot. I could not imagine having a better place to sit in the sun by the pool or to play tennis.